सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
91 परान्तकाले मुक्ताये ब्रह्मत्वात्ते परामृताः कलाः पञ्चदशैतेषां लीयन्ते स्वस्वकारणे। So those who have got Videha Mukti are not different from Brahma, they are verily Brahma themselves. And the constituents that go into the makeup of their embodiment merge in their corresponding causes. Etesham panchadasha kalaha swasvakarane liyante. So Kala, that is the Swasvakarane Liyante. Actually, this stanza is based on mantra 327 of Mundaka. There it is said, Gataha Kalaha Panchadasha Pratishtaha. Kalaha. So, what are those Kalaha we have seen? Those who deny us the knowledge of Brahma. Otherwise, what they are is Yaha Deharambhikaha Pranadyaha. Prana etc. which actually go into the constitution of this embodiment, they are called as Kala. They are called Kala, we have seen. How many they are? Panchadasha Pratishtaha, accusative plural. Go to their corresponding the basis, that is Karana. Go Pratishtha here is basis Karana. They merge with their corresponding karana. Then, devascha sarve pratidevatasu. All presiding deities, so means, not devas, devascha. Indriyas, in Indriyas, that faculty because of which Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Antakarana is capable of functioning, because of which presiding deity, they merge back in those presiding deity. Devaha sarve Pratidevatasu, in their corresponding presiding deities, all these indriyas, their faculties merge. Karmani vijnanamayascha atma pare avyaye. Karmani, the karma phalas. Which are those? Apravritta karma phalas. What are these? Apravritta means not yet started. They are sanjita and agami. Prarabdha already over now because his body has already fallen. So, karmani and vijnanamayascha atma. Vijnanamaya atma means jiva. The individuality was there as a jiva. All where do they merge? Pare avyaye. In Parabrahma, sarve, all these eki bhavanti, they merge. So, Mundaka 327 here, its meaning is given now from second line of 91 up to 94 stanza. So, this mantra is now being explained. The question is now, what are these kalas? They are told now. 92. Prana Shraddha Khadi Bhuta Panchakam Chendriyam Manaha. Prana Shraddha Khadi Bhuta Panchakam Chendriyam Manaha. Anna Virya Tapo Mantra Karma Lokashchatah Kalaha. Anna Virya Tapo Mantra Karma Anvaya as it is. Pranaha, the vital airs, pranas. Shraddha, Shraddha, as the Shraddha, yoyat Shraddha, saeva saha. As the Shraddha, so the person. Because as per Shraddha, karma, they have karma phalas, desires, etc., karma phalas, and that is what is going to be Shraddha. Khadi bhuta panchakam, pranas counted as one. Not 5 pranas separated, because that 15 numbers have to be fulfilled. Prana 1, Shraddha 2, Khadi Bhuta Panchakam. Kha Adi. There is no khadi, khana nahi hai udhar. So, kham, space, akasha, kha, adi, so khadi. But these are the bhuta panchakam, 5 elements counted as 5 in numbers. Cha, indriyam manaha, indriyas. 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, but all together counted as 1, not 10. 5 plus 5, 10, no. So counted as an indriyam. Indriyam, manaha, anna, food, virya, the samarthya, the strength, tapaha, all ascetic practices, virya, samarthya, bala, tapaha, ascetic practices, mantraha, the mantras in the Vedas, without which you will not be able to take to karma, and if no karma, karma phalas will not come, no embodiment will be there, so like that. Then karma, the karma, lokascha, the different fields of experiences, taha, kalaha. Those 15 are the kalas. Now here, in Prashnopanishad, 6th Prashna, we find Shodasha Kala Purushaha. Purusha, that is Atma, conditioned by 16 kalas. Here 15 kalas are there. How is it? Actually, in that 16 kalas, all these 15 kalas are there. Plus, one is there, Nama, name, which is not brought here. Either we have to take it from by Upalakshana, Nama, or we have to borrow it from where? Prashnopanishad. So actually that's Shodasha, 16 in number. So here it is only referred to 15 by this Upalakshana or indication. You can take the 16th one as such. So these are the kalas. Now, Devas merge in Pratidevas. What is it? That is now explained. Vagadinanu grunhanti vanya deshaktayah pura. Tascha devane vayanti svanugrahya vilopana. Pura vanyadehe shaktayah vagadin anugrunhanti tascha svanugrahya vilopanat devan eva yanti. Devan eva yanti. Pura, earlier. When earlier? Come on, earlier. What is that earlier? Huh? Before? Before he got knowledge? Not simple knowledge. Already knowledge has gone. Now prarabdha is over. Body also has ended. Before ending of the body, before paranta kala, before ending of this body of the jnani, so, and one who has got Videha Mukti now, before, when he was having the embodiment, what? Vanyadehe Shaktayaha. The powers of Vanhi Adi, the presiding deities like fire, sun, moon, their powers, what were they doing? Enabling his sense organs, organs of actions and antakarana to function. So therefore, Vanyadehe, that is Shaktayaha, their powers, Vagadin Anugrunhanti, they bless the speech, etc., the indriyas, sense organs, organs of action, antakarana. So, see, for each and every sense organ or organ of action or mana buddhi ahankara chitta, there is a corresponding presiding deity. And the power of that presiding deity enables that indriya to function. For example, presiding deity of the eye is sun. Presiding deity of the hand is Indraha. Padayoho Vishnu. Buddhehe Brahma. So like this. So, Vachaha Agnihi. So, Vachaha Agnihi. Manasaha Chandramaha. The moon is the presiding deity of the mind. So because of that power, these indriyas, etc. are able to function. So that is why I say a person who is on the verge of dying, Surya withdraws the power and the person is not able to see, but just on the verge of sleep, like this, all this. Even otherwise also you can verify. The very chill wintry early morning, you don't feel like talking, It's not Bombay cold. Bombay there is no cold at all. So it should be very, very severe cold must be there. So you don't feel like talking. If at all you would like to have a cup of coffee first to warm. What do you mean by warming? So that fire content is required for speaking. That is why, say, if one wants to develop the throat in musicians, etc., they say, eat ghee, take care of cholesterol, that is after the different thing. But ghee is meant to increase the fire principle in the body as such. All oils also. Other things are different, cholesterols are different, but they have got the fire content. So, therefore you say, now what earlier they were blessing means were enabling these indriyas to take to their corresponding functions. Now what happened? Tascha, those shaktis, those powers of these presiding deities which were blessing the indriyas, etc. to take their corresponding function. Swanugrahya vilopana. Now the body has gone, new embodiment is not there. So to whom anugraha to be done? No. Whom to be? There is nothing that they can bless means to make function. So swanugrahya means vagadi. These indriyas which have to be blessed to make them function in the case of that specific jiva who has got now videha mukti. So therefore vilopanat, because of its extinction, devan eva yanti, they go to the corresponding adhisthana devatas, presiding deities. Their job is over. One file is closed. One file is closed because that individual is not there. So that is it. Yamaraja also must be heaving a sigh of relief, From his office, one file is gone. Otherwise, death doesn't continues. The files continue until the person gains knowledge and prarabdha is over. Videha mukti is gained. Till then the file continues. So that is there. Now karmani is karma, not karmani, karmani. So is karmani, karma phalas also they get terminated. What is it? That is explained in 94. Anarabdhani karmani vijnanamaya namakaha. Karta cha vidyayalina swasmin kathinyavadghrute. Ghrute kathinyavad. Anarabdhani karmani vijnanamaya namakaha karta cha vidyaya swasmin linaha. All these, what are those? That ghrute kathinyavad we'll see afterwards. So anarabdhani karmani. The karmas means karma phalas. Karma phalas which are anarabdha, na arabdha, which have not started yielding the result. What are those? Sanchita and agami. Prarabdha is already over. Sanchita and agami, that are anarabdhani karmani. Those plus vijnanamaya namakaha kartacha. The karta, ahankara, called vijnanamaya means jiva. Vijnanamaya namakaha karta means jiva. The jiva who is called vijnanamaya namaka in Brihadaranyaka. This vijnanamaya for karta jiva, this word is used. So therefore, the jiva, the individual, cha, vidyaya, on account of atma vidya, brahma vidya. So swasmin linaha merges In Swasmin means Swaswarupa Brahmani. A Brahma which is one's own true nature. How? An illustration is given. Ghrute Kathinyavat. Say a ghee, when cold, what happens? It gets solidified. When melted, what happens to that solidified state of the ghee? It melts into the liquid ghee. How naturally it melts in the liquid ghee? Likewise, the Agami, Sanchita Karma, and the Jiva, the individual locus, they merge back where? In the Brahma. Nothing is left out afterwards. So in this manner, now how exactly they merge back in the Brahma? That is explained with the help of illustration. This is in the mantra 328 explained in 95. Their mantra says, Yaha nadyaha sandamanaha samudre astam gacchanti. Just as sandamanaha nadyaha, the flowing rivers, what happens to them? Samudre astam gacchanti. They what? They merge in the ocean. When they merge, what happens? Nama rupe vihaya. They totally discard their distinct name and rupa form. This is Ganga, this is Yamuna, this is Kaveri, until it merges. Once merges, you can't say this is Ganga water, this is Yamuna water. You can't say. Rupa, different terrain that they follow, etc. That means the dimension, etc. Nothing is there. Everything is lost in ocean. No distinct individuality. Tatha, in the same manner, Vidwan, this Jnani who has cast the embodiment, Nama Rupad Vimuktaha, totally freed from Nama Rupa, the individuality that he had so far. Parat Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. Divyam, Jyotanatmakam, the very knowledge principle. Parat Param Purusham, the one who is the Purushottama, the Brahma Swarupa, Upaiti, gains how? Abhedena, without any distinction, he discovered. This is explained in stanza 95. Abdhavastam yanti nadyo nama rupe vihayahi. Tatha vidvan nama rupan mukto yati param padam. Add yatha. Yatha nadyaha nama rupe vihaya hi. Nama rupe vihaya hi. Abdhau astam yanti. Tatha vidvan nama rupan muktaha param padam yati. Param padam yati. Yatha nadyaha nama rupe vihaya hi abdhau astam yati. Just as nadyaha, rivers, what they do? When they merge in the ocean, they are nama rupe vihaya, having discarded their distinct name and form. So, what they do, he, well known to everyone, abdhau astam yanti. Abdhau, in the ocean, astam yanti, they merge, they get dissolved in the ocean, no distinct name, no distinct form. Tatha, in the same manner, vidvan, jnani, nama rupat muktaha, freed from nama, name so and so, rupa of such and such form, muktaha, having totally freed, param padam yati, param padam brahma swarupa yati, gains how? Abhedena prapnoti. Here, one may doubt, in case of some Mahatmas who are considered as gurus by their own disciples, etc., after they leave the body, at times they appear in some form, etc., to bless them. The question is, if they are already left the body, how did they appear, etc.? Actually, in such cases, they may appear in the body. It is actually Ishvara's anugraha, because they have Shraddha in the particular Guru or particular Mahatma, and now they are one with Brahma Sarupa. The Parameshwara, to bless, guide, protect them, may present himself in the form that doesn't mean they have got yet the distinct individuality. If distinct individuality is there, what will happen? Still not nishta, not muktaha, not liberated. So therefore you should not mistake. It's only Ishvara's grace. See, even if you adore any deity, the deity may bless you, but finally the power is from who? Ishvara, delegated by Ishvara only. Like that, here also in the case of Guru, etc., any anugraha is that finally it is from Ishvara's power only. So that way it should be understood properly. So now, that is finally being concluded now. The one who has got this knowledge of Brahma is verily Brahma, and this Brahma Jnana is being prayed. Why? One should put forth efforts to gain this knowledge. Sayoha, this is based on Mundaka 329, which runs as this. Sayoha vai tat paramam brahma veda. Any person who has got the knowledge of Brahma, Brahma eva bhavati, he becomes Brahma. Becomes Brahma means what? Earlier what was he? Earlier Brahma he was, or Abrahma he was? Brahma. He was Brahma only, but didn't know. Now he discovered. There is no change as such. So that is like finding your lost key in your own pocket or tucked to the sari. So therefore, not something newly becoming, but due to ignorance not known, now discovers I am Brahma Swarupa. So Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati. This is the final result, or that is concluded. Now it prays of this Brahma Jnana. Nasya Brahmavit Kule Bhavati. Asya Kule, in his lineage, so Abrahmavit na Bhavati. No one is Ajnani. Achha. So one person got knowledge, either if he is a Grahastha, all his progeny will be Jnani, or if he is a Guru, all Shishyas and Prashishyas and all will be. So kaisa Guru ko pakdo or Guru banao. No, it is a praise, Arthavada. It is only a Arthavada, praise of the knowledge. So in his lineage, whether he is a Grahastha like Shaunakaha was Grahastha, Mahashalaha, or as a great sage who is a sannyasi, so who had no progeny, but Shishya Parampara is there. So that way is a praise, in that no one is Ajnani, Abrahmit. So tarati shokam, tarati papanam, guha grantibhyo vimuktaha amrutaha bhavati. Such a person, shokam tarati, the sorrow that is samsara, he crosses over. Tarati papanam, gets totally freed from papa, including punya, because punya is there, again rebirth will come, both free from papa, punya. Guha grantibhyaha vimuktaha. Guha granthi, that mutual adhyasa we have seen, granthi. Mutual adhyasa between Chaitanya Chiti and Ahankara, totally freed from that, vimuktaha. Amrutaha bhavati. Becomes immortal, means discovers himself to be immortal. So that is now explained. Yah kopi brahma vetesha brahmaiva bhavati swayam. Yah kopi brahma vetesha brahmaiva bhavati swayam. Abrahmavittasya kule nasyadetad vibodhataha. Abrahmavittasya kule nasyadetad vibodhataha. यहा कोपि ब्रह्म वेत्ति एषः स्वयं ब्रह्म एव भवति। एषः स्वयं ब्रह्म एव भवति। एतद् विबोधतः तस्य कुले अब्रह्मवित् न स्यात्। एतद् विबोधतः तस्य कुले अब्रह्मवित् न स्यात्। यहा कहापि, whoever the person may be, but if he accomplishes this, Brahma Veti, has got the knowledge of Brahma. Eshaha, this person, Swayam Brahma eva bhavati. Himself becomes Brahma, means he discovers himself nothing but Brahma. So therefore, where is Brahma, where is Ishvara now? See, all of us are playing a great drama. And unfortunately, the drama, we have forgotten that we are enacting a drama. All jivas, however miserable they may be, they are nothing short of Brahma Parameshwara. But they got identified with the role to such an extent that they took the role as real and forgot and enacting. Who is enacting all this? Brahma, Ishvara, each and every jiva, whether it is a saint or a sinner, is nothing but Brahma. But enacting as a samsari jiva. Only what you have to replace and discover. Still what happens? Mind is not ready to accept. How is it? But from there. But and how is it? Who says this? Shruti says this is the Trivara Satya. This is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth. Sooner we discover, it is good for us. Otherwise, till then, thappad khao. That's what. Get the blows of the word. So if you want to get rid of that, once forever, so that is, discover this and say goodbye to the word. If some incapacities are there, Ishvara is ready to help. Etad vibodhata, on account of this exalted knowledge, not simply vibodha, Vishesha Buddha, highest type of knowledge. So that Etad vibodhata, on account of this knowledge, this exalted knowledge, or as a result of this exalted knowledge, Astasya Kule, in the lineage of this Jnani, so Abrahmavit Nasya. Abrahmavit Ajnani is not born through the Arthavada. Great means the greatness of Brahmajnana. Another thing. Jnana is very big. Janani Krutatha Vasundhara Punyavati Chatina. The person gives knowledge, whether it, let's say, 7 generations get the benefit. Not that they become jnanis, but suppose they had papa, etc., they get reversal. That is how. That's why, see, if a person, even a person takes sannyasa properly, means if he is eligible, even though knowledge is gained, the benefit goes to parents and the earlier ancestor, because that very pursuit is so noble. That is how. And if the knowledge is gained, don't ask about 7 generations get the benefit from him. Not as a knowledge, but in terms of punya, etc. So, Abrahmavit tasya kule nasya. That is Arthavada, the greatness of Brahmavidya. So, therefore one should take this to this knowledge by all means. So, and having got this, we get totally free from shoka, that is samsara. Shokam tarati papmanamati digrantito kilat.
Shokam tarati papmanam abhidhigantito kilat.
Mukto brahmatma bodena bhavatevamruto kilaha. Shokam tarati papmanam api tarati. Again. Shokam tarati papmanam api tarati. Akhila dhigrantitaha muktaha brahmatma bodhena amrutaha akhilaha bhavati eva. Amrutaha akhilaha bhavati eva. Shokam tarati, the one who has, that means discovered oneself to Brahma, and even the Videha Mukti is there. So, Shokam tarati. See, Shoka itself is the all problem. Narada was not an ordinary person. He had the excellence in all branches of knowledge. He went to Sanat Kumara, his brother. Soham bhagava shochami shokasya param ma tarayatu. He said, "O revered sir," as a guru he approaches him. So, Soham bhagava shochami. That me Narada, which Narada? PhDs in all branches of knowledge. Even one subject he has utilized, he would have minted money like this. Because he was past master in music, dance, okay? Music, dance, archery, and the science of finding out hidden treasures. Only 1% is enough for him. 1% is enough to make him totally a rich person. And all this Bhuta Vidya, Preta Vidya, this Vidya, that Vidya as such, all is what? PhD. And is what? I am still in grief, you say. Sanat Kumara told, you have known everything except the thing that needs to be known as such. So that is how he says, and that is Shokasya param ma tarayatu. Please help me to cross over this ocean of samsara, which is nothing but Shoka. So that's how, that also shows indirectly what is the nature of samsara. Little, some here solace may be there, some bouts of joy here and there, but nature of samsara is sorrow. Why? So long as we wield the embodiment, every cause for sorrow to be there. That is why I say, in sleep, when we are not aware of the body, either samsara is not there, sorrow also is not there. In the waking and dream, we are prone to be sorrowful. Therefore, sorrows legitimately belong to who? Gross or the subtle bodies, which are either not operative in the sleep or we are not aware of it. So sorrows belong to them. And wielding a body, so we can never. So that's why that freedom from all desires, that objective vision in terms of, that is Viveka Vairagya, must be there. Then only one can have that frame of mind to take to this inquiry. Otherwise, question will come. What is these people? Always Brahma, 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 Brahma. Only one thing is there. Some question is there. some question. What is this Brahma, Brahma? Would they get fed up? What are they talking and all that? It will happen, say, because that value has to be discovered as such. So that maturity is necessary. So therefore, say Muktaha Brahma. See, look, what do you mean by Brahma? Look, in life, what is most dear to you? Be honest. Because you have studied Panchadashi. Otherwise, would you have dared to tell this? So I love this, I love that, I love this, I want this, I want this. Without love, how would you like to have it, etc.? It appears to be there. See, but the truth is, me is the locus of maximum, not maximum love, limitless love. And if I love something else other than me, it is for the sake of me and not for the sake of other one. This is the truth. Sooner we discover it is for good. Not none other than who says this? Yajnavalkya Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. Long list is given. Navare patyuh kamaya patih priyo bhavati atmanastu kamaya patih priyo bhavati. Navare jayayah kamaya jaya priya bhavati atmanastu kamaya jaya priya bhavati. Navare putrasya kamaya putrah priyo bhavati atmanastu kamaya putra bhavati. Like this. Navare vittasya kamaya vittam priyam bhavati atmanastu kamaya vittam priyam bhavati. Long list finally says Navare sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam. It is the truth. Our self is Ananda, but not knowing that we have mistaken something else, either object or being or event as the source of the thing. Therefore we would like to have a self, but truth has to be discovered. So, and another thing, why do I love myself the most? What is the reason? Why should I love myself the most? See, problem comes, the mind, our mind is not ready to accept this. Suppose if we accept, what will others think? This fellow is selfish. See, he loves oneself the most and not the others. No, everyone is like that only. That is the truth. We should know for ourselves. We need not spell out, but know for ourselves. If at all, see, for example, you love the friend of your son. Why? Because your son is dearer than that's it. But because you love your son, therefore his friend also is dear to you. Your son is dearer, but that friend is dear. So like that, it is in succession. So like that, I love myself the most, whatever that is conducive to me, therefore I love. So therefore more love is for where? In myself. It is the truth. There is nothing selfishness, etc. It is the truth. No one can be otherwise. No one can. Better we recognize it. Now the question is, why do I love myself the maximum? What is the reason for that? Am I selfish? No. See, look, generally what do you love? Whatever that is the source of sorrow. Does anyone love anything that is the source of okay. So what we love? Whatever that is the source of happiness we love. No one loves that is the source of sorrow. Okay. But now see, there one thing is that which is the source of happiness you love. There is other thing is that A is the source of happiness you love. B is the source of happiness more than A. B gives you happiness more than A. Which one you love more? B. There is C which gives still more happiness than B. Your love for C is still more than B. Is it not? If this is the rule, if there is something which is nothing but limitless Ananda, how much love will be there? Limitless. So if we love ourselves unconditionally, it means our Swarupa is nothing but Paramananda. Somehow we have disowned. But the truth is so, therefore the love is for us. There is nothing selfishness. It is the truth we should know, and we should conduct ourselves to gain the highest goal of life. So that being the case, so that is Shokam tarati, so that he gets freed from Shoka. Papmanam api tarati, also gets freed from Papa. Here both Papa Punya, Dharma gets freed from this. Again, tarati. Akhila dhi granthitaha muktaha, being freed from all dhi granthi, avidya granthi. So hridaya granthi means avidya vasana prachayaha. That host of samskaras, vasanas on account of ignorance and consequent identification of the body, granthi, mutual adhyasa, we have seen that. So, granthita akhila, in entirety, muktaha. So, brahmatma bodhena, by the knowledge that my swarupa is nothing but Brahma. So, amrutaha, akhilaha bhavati eva. This person becomes Amritaha, immortal, free from birth and death. Akhilaha, full, complete, he discovers oneself to be non-dual in nature. Now, finally, a little hint as to whom this knowledge has to be given. The teacher, Acharya, the hint to the Acharya to whom this knowledge has to be given. This is told in 3 to 10 of Mundaka Upanishad. Same explained in 98. Kriyavantaha shrotriyaha brahmanishtaha swayam juhata ekarshim shraddhayantaha tesham eva etam brahma vidyam vadeta shirovrutam vidhivad yaistu chirnam. To such ready people, only this knowledge has to be given. Kriyavantaha. Kriyavanta means those people who take to the karmanusthana, performance of the karma, as told in the Shastra, but with Ishwararpana Buddhi, Karma Yoga attitude. They are Kriyavanta. Again, Shrotriyaha, Brahmanishtaha. Shrotriyaha, they have got the knowledge of Shastras to a certain extent. Brahmanishta, here not Brahmanishta, not the other Brahmanishta. One who has got Brahmajnana and firm abidance. No, if that is the case, he doesn't need Guru, doesn't need Vedanta because already abiding in Swarupa. Here Brahmanishta are Saguna Brahma Chintakaha, also Parabrahma Bubutsavaha. Those who have got Upasana of Saguna Brahma, those who have got devotion to Ishvara. In the olden days, Saguna Brahma Upasana was in terms of Hiranyagarbha Upasana, etc. But after Puranic age, so it is Ishvara Bhakti. See, to gain knowledge, Ishvara Bhakti is indispensable. It is the sadhana. So it is, without that one can't proceed as such. So those who have got that Bhakti in Ishvara, or those who have taken to the Upasana of Saguna Brahma, so unto such people also Brahmanishta means those who are very serious and committed to gain this knowledge. It is not passing curiosity. So, like no, every day you get up, either you go through the newspaper or TV, news, etc. What is happening? I say, what is this Brahma? Let us see, finish Brahma also. So not that way, sir. So, the real need of that and totally committed to the pursuit, because as a human being, that is the goal. All other goals and duties are as a preliminary preparation for gaining the fire. That's why even discharging of the duties, Shastra does emphasize why. If I don't discharge my duties, the guilty conscience will not allow the mind to take to this inquiry. So once I discharge my duty, what happens? Abba, I have done what needs to be done. That mind has got the capacity to take to inquiry. So Shastra says, discharge your duties first and then take to this inquiry. Now one may say, this duties khatam hi nahi hota hai. These duties don't get over. Even if this fellow is grandfather, babysitting is going on. And those fellows are making maja and you are stuck up there with the babysitting. So, little discretion has to be used, okay? Some discretion has to be used. And also, people also will say, what is this? You are studying Gita, Upanishad, etc. Discharge your duties. These fellows will do maja. They will, suppose somebody is a sick person in the house, they expect you to attend because they have to go to cinema, movie and maja, etc. They have seen you going to discourse, etc. Discharge your duties, attend to them. So, like this, people will say, but of course, that is not an excuse not to discharge one's duties. Little sense of viveka has to be there. And if the circumstances are too tough, better pray to Ishvara. Because at times the circumstances may be beyond our control. Pray to Ishvara. He is always ready to help. Only we should have not lip service prayer. Look here. This Ishvara is a very clever guy. He will not fall for external this thing, etc. He will see the heart. And if the prayers are sincere, rest assured, help will come in whatsoever manner it is. So, therefore, Shrotriyaha, so that is there. And Swayam Juhata Ekarshim Shraddhavantam. This refers to a particular ritual that is called as Shirovrata, etc. So, that means it is not, actually it is meant for study of Atharvana Veda, But here also it is said, means if they had undergone their discipline, their mind is ready to gain the knowledge, unto such person only it is to be given. This is explained in this mantra 98. Kriyavantaha shrotriyaha ye saguna Kriyavanta shrotriya ye saguna brahma chintakaha Teshameva brahma tattva vidyamitam vaded buddhaha Ye kriyavantaha shrotriyaha saguna brahma chintakaha tesham eva etam brahma tattva vidyam buddhaha vaded. Those seekers who are like this, ye kriyavantaha, we have seen this. Kriyavantaha means yathokta karmanusthana yuktaha or nishkama karminaha, those who take to nishkama karma. Shrotriyaha, we got studied some idea about that means Shastras, Upanishads also, at least Paroksha Jnana is there, Atma is like this, etc. Saguna Brahma Chintakaha, those who are Upasaka of Saguna Brahma, Bhakti also is there. Tesham eva, only to those, Etam Brahma Tattva Vidya. This knowledge of Brahma, Brahma Vidya, the Tattva is real nature, knowledge of real nature of Brahma. Buddhaha Vade, Ajnani, Acharya should teach. Means, it's like this. Only in case of such persons, this Vidya will fructify. Others, though exposed, will not be able to gain the knowledge. Punya will be there, because exposure to Vedanta gives a lot of punya, that is there. But the true result of moksha will not be there. So one has to prepare one's mind to gain this knowledge. So this way, the text is now, Upanishad is now wound up, is now summed up. There it is, 3 to 11. Tadetat satyam rishirangiraha purovacha naitadachirna vrataha adhite namah parama rishibhyaha namah parama rishibhyaha. Tadetat satyam, this is the ultimate truth which rishihi angiraha, angiras rishi, pura in the past, who taught uvacha, taught to who? Shaunaka. Na etad achirna vrataha adhiti. A person who has not taken to that vrata, shiro vrata, doesn't study means one should take to that discipline to gain this knowledge. So Saguna Bhakti replaced that in nowadays as such. Finally, this knowledge has come to us from the lineage of teacher-taught lineage, beginning from the Adi Guru Parameshwara himself. So we should be thankful to them that this knowledge is handed over. Anywhere it is, this link is stopped means it is not available directly from the books, you can't get. So our salutations in terms of gratitude are offered to the Rishi Parampara, the Guru Shishya Parampara. Namah Parama Rishibhyaha, Namah Parama Rishibhyaha. Our salutations to those great rishis who have handed over this knowledge, our salutations means, or all salutations to them. 99. Angira Shaunakaya tat satyam brahmopadishtavan. Namaskritya brahmavido brahma vidyamavapnuyat. Angiraha Shaunakaya etat satyam brahma upadishtava. Brahma vidaha namaskritya brahma vidyam avapnuyat. Angiraha, that Angiras, not Angihi. So in the lineage earlier, Angiraha, Angiras. So Angiraha, Shaunakaya, to that Shaunaka, etat satyam brahma upadishtavan. Upadishtavan taught this Satya Swarupa Brahma. Brahma, which is the ultimate truth, never changes, never destructible. And others also, with due preparation, should necessarily gain the knowledge of Brahma. So, how? Brahma vidaha namaskritya. That Brahma vidaha is accusative plural, not nominative plural. accusative plural. Brahmavidaha namaskritya. Having offered namaskara, salutations to Brahmavid, earlier great masters who have got the knowledge. Why? In terms of gratitude. Through them it has come, through my Guru it has come. So it has come that way. So Brahmavidaha namaskritya Brahmavidyam avapnuya. Because that gives the right disposition toward the Brahmavidya. One should gain the Brahmavidya. Not only in Brahmavidya, even in any mantras. Salutations are offered to the deity of the mantra. Mantra drashta Rishi, that is mantra drashta, Rishi also there. Even chandas, the meter in which it is there, it all respect. So you don't treat the mantras so lightly. So also Brahmavidya is not a casual thing as such. It is something most exalted. So therefore that reverence is shown and that gives the right disposition. Actually the second line is the explanation of Namah Parama Rishibhya, Namah Parama Rishibhya. Why in the Upanishad salutations to all earlier great masters who have got the knowledge is offered? Because it gives the right disposition. That is what is said. Having saluted the Brahmajnanis of the past, one should take the pursuit and gain the knowledge. So there the Upanishad is concluded. Now Vidyaranya Muni concludes this Mundaka Upanishad Vivarana in the stanza 100. Shaunakasya Brahma Vidya Vispashtamupavarnita Tushtosmananu Grunhatu Vidya Tirtha Maheshwaraha. Shaunakasya Brahma Vidya Vispashtam Upavarnita. Add Anena Tushtaha Vidyatirtha Maheshwaraha Asman Anugrunnatu. Asman Anugrunnatu. Shaunakasya Brahma Vidya. Literally what does it mean? Brahma Vidya of Shaunaka. ये किसका बाप का प्रॉपर्टी है? How it can belong only to Shaunaka as such? So no, the Brahma Vidya imparted to Shaunaka by Angiras, like Nachiketa. It is not only Nachiketa's Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya imparted to Nachiketa by who? Lord Yama, like that here. Brahma Vidya imparted to Shaunaka by Angirasa. What have I done? Vidyaranya Muni says, Vispashtam Upavarnita. I have elaborated, described very clearly. He knows he has described very clearly. Whether you have grasped it clearly, it is you are there, you have to find out. If not, what is it then? Prepare the mind. I will tell you about that afterwards. Okay. So Vispashtam Upavarnita. And therefore, Anena, by this my attempt of describing in detail this summary of or the elaboration of Mundaka Upanishad, Tushtaha, pleased who? Vidyatirtha Maheshwaraha, Lord Shiva, as a this thing, or Guru also, but Lord Shiva, because there is little confusion there or clear-cut indication is not there. Vidyatirtha Maheshwaraha, Asman Anugrunnhatu. May he bless us that we gain the knowledge. Because Vidyaranya Muni has given forward so that those who are incapable of studying Upanishad in detail, they should get the summary easily. That is why I said. So therefore, Vidyaranya Muni is confident that he has described in detail without wanting anything. If we have not got, little mind has to be adjusted, like a microscope, no? Little fine adjustment, etc. required. So that is that. I used to give an example. Girder is not moving, alignment is wrong. Most of you already know that. Long back as a high school student, we had gone to a place where something, in short I will tell you. a bridge was being constructed over a river which was about 4 furlongs wide. And already the pillars were there. In the first few pillars, the beams, that girders means that the beams on which the road is made, they were being launched. One engineer was there and it was being done. The supervisor came running, "Sir, the girder is not moving." This fellow, without going to the site, he said, "Such and such alignment is wrong, set it right," he said. "Sir, we have checked it, it is correct." He shouted, "It is wrong, I tell you, correct it." Now the boss is shouting, what guts he has got. He said, again he said, "That alignment is wrong." And he didn't bother at all. And he went. After some time, the main things were there. After some time, it was moving. Moving means you have to be very careful. Even an ant may be crawling faster, but this is there. So it was inquired, how this fellow standing here can say such alignment is wrong. Afterwards it came to be known, that day the assistant engineer was not there. He was there because if girder goes in the wrong direction, it will hit the beam, and once the pillar, and already erected pillar, the river gone means he had it afterwards. So he had seen that all alignments are done. Finally, only one alignment was to be corrected. And he left it is easy thing. Exactly, the fellows didn't take care of that. So he was very confident because other things are ready, etc. So like that, in spite of proper teaching, no jnana means alignment. The mind needs to be properly aligned. It should be prepared. That's nothing wrong as such. Little adjustment required in terms of value structure, etc. Abhyasena cha vairagena. These two are necessary. It is not difficult. It is the goal of life. Sooner or later, one has to get it. Later, maybe even after kalpas, there is no compromise. Okay? No one, however heinous a jiva may be in terms of papa, etc., a day has to come, the person has to gain this knowledge. When? Depends on the individual. So therefore, best thing is what? Sooner, if not possible, pray to Ishvara. Help and guidance is bound to come. It is the law of Ishvara. Nothing is there. It can't go, prayers can't go waste. At times, some delay, time, etc. may be required depending on the condition of the individual, status of the individual, readiness of the individual, that is there as.
Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayanta Nyayena Margena Mahimahesha Guru Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Vashadu Bhajanya Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yangsho Varahita Brahmana Santu Nirmaya Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashit Dukha Bhagave Asato Ma Satyamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amsangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om